Hey, what's up? I am back with another video. First of all, I want to say welcome to all my new subscribers. Thank you for coming over to join. Also, thank you for all the returning subscribers. So today I'm going to be talking to you guys about how you feel about wanting God to use you. So let's just go ahead and jump right in. So me personally, let me give you guys some background story. This was about, I don't know, like 2-3 years ago. I was in this I was real depressed. I was going through a breakup and things like that. And it just really got me to this place of, God, I'm tired of living my life the same way. I'm tired of doing the same things, So I was just asking, praying. And I remember crying out to God and asking him, like, what do you have me here for? What is it that you want me to do? If I can't do what it is that you call me to do, I don't want to be here. Like, that was the mindset that I had. And it got to a point even when I started to get really frustrated. Because it's like, I'm tired of this job. I'm tired of doing all these different things and still feeling like I'm not fulfilled. And like, just feeling like I'm in that stagnant, still place of what's next. Knowing that God's going to use you. Knowing that you have a gift. Because you're God's child, you have a gift. But it's more so activating that gift and how to get to where it is that He called you to be. So I feel like that was really burdening me. And I know that other people, it's heavy on them as well. And I just want to lighten the load for you guys. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to give you guys 3 things that I do when you feel like you want to be used by God. So number 1 for me was definitely staying in God's word and renewing your mind. The more you read the Bible, the more it's able to read you. Like they say, that's the only book you read that reads you. Like, the more you stay in your word, the more you stay in God's presence, the more He'll change your heart, the more He'll change your behaviors. The more your spirit is being fed with the things of God. And I take it like this. The more time I spend in the Bible, the less time I am doing whatever else I'm doing. Especially when it's other things sometimes that just simply distract us. For me personally, it was social media. Like, I would scroll on Instagram for hours. And sometimes I even still do, like, till I got to the point where I made it a point to take breaks from social media. Because sometimes that's just what's needed for you to stay focused on a task at hand. So that's what I did. So my number 1 would definitely be continue to renew your mind and put myself in company of others who have that same mindset of wanting to renew their mind. And may have the idea that, we know it all, or whatever the case may be, or we feel like we're mature Christians and like other people are like babes in Christianity, or whatever the case may be. But I'm just here to let you know that you're never too old to learn. You're never too young to learn. You're never too young to teach. You're never too old to teach. So definitely renew your mind. Also, renewing your mind definitely changes your perspective. It shifts your perspective a lot from the things that you are conformed to. So the things that you think is the way, or the things that you've learned from other people, sometimes it's not always the right thing. Some of us may have even learned certain things from our parents, and not saying that it was intentional for them to teach you that way, but sometimes that's all they know. So just being open to learning new things and renewing your mind and transforming your behaviors to be more like Christ. My number 2 thing would be your heart posture is so important. It really is all about your intentions in your heart. And that's what they say, like, God knows your heart. So He knows your intentions regardless if you even try to cover it up with something else or fake like you meant something one way, like in a good way, but in actuality, in your heart, the motives were different. God knows that, whether you think you're showing it or not. And a lot of people who are in tune and have discernment can see that within you, whether you think that they can see it or not. So just being in a place of being aware of your heart posture, like jealousy and things like that can creep in, or just even like negative thoughts, that those things can creep in. And because it's a thought, sometimes that one thought changes into an action. So just be aware of that and be humble in heart. A lot of times we're very prideful as humans. We're very prideful. We feel like we know everything. We feel like we went through this, and that alone, so we got it. We're fine. We don't need no one's help. We're self-made. We can do it all by ourselves. No, always be open to having a humble heart and to be self-aware of your own heart posture. How are you going into a situation? How are you thinking about that situation? Is that the right heart posture to have? Should I be thinking this way? Was what I just said right? Those are some questions to ask yourself, just to be aware of your own heart posture moving in any situation. My third thing would be to fully surrender. This is where I struggled. I felt like, I was dedicated. I felt like I was being put more discipline into my life to spend time in the presence of God and to just serve God and to serve others. But what I realized is I still seen those little control issues trying to creep in, because I feel like in life, as we learn things and unlearn things, or when we're left to figure things out by ourselves, we tend to have some control tendencies, and you really have to stop yourself in your tracks and allow yourself to really sit and think about the situation and really let go, like fully let go. Oftentimes we say that we're letting go of a situation, but we don't really let go. We either suppressing that emotion, or we're putting it on a back burner, which is basically like suppressing the emotion, or we're acting like we don't care, but really we do. Not facing your reality, ultimately. So yeah, those would be the top 3 things. Just a bonus one for me personally, I will always say, when you're waiting to be used by God, be prepared. Be prepared, because you never know what God is going to do. You never know when God is about to show up in your life. You never know when God's about to perform a miracle in your life. You never know when He's about to use you. You never know. If you haven't watched my video on Be Prepared, go watch that video, and I'm diving a little bit deeper into being prepared. So that is my word for today. Thank you guys. Love you guys. See you in the next video. Bye.